Hi everybody, this is Boogast Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the NECA TMNT Universal Monsters Michelangelo as the Mummy figure. So before we take a look at Michelangelo as the Mummy, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So first up, he comes with this cobra, and this looks really nice. The texturing to its scales and the different collars on it look really good. It's a bendy wire, so of course you can bend it whatever way you want. But I found out that if you bend it this way, you can actually get it to stay up like that, and I think that looks really, really awesome. Up next, he comes with two pieces of wrapping coming off of his arms. These are a separate piece, so if you want to, you could also put them down here around his ankles, like he's dragging them behind him. I think that looks cool, and you can display that either way you want. You can do one on the ankle right there and one on the arm, and I think that looks really cool. Next, he comes with a set of open hands. Up next, he comes with a set of fisted hands. Up next, he comes with his Ankh nunchuck. And these look really good. That gold looks really nice. The wrapping to the handle's painted nicely and has a nice black wash over top of it. These have a real gold chain. And this looks really good. I just love the way these look. My only complaint is that he has to hold them down here to get a tight grip on them, because if you have him hold them like that, they do kind of move around a little bit. They're kind of loose because they're slimmer up here. So I do wish they would have been a little bit bigger at the top. That way he could have held them a little bit better, but that's a minor complaint because these look really awesome. And finally, he comes with this alternate decayed head sculpt, and this is so creepy. It's like those eyes are just staring into your soul. But this is painted and sculpted really nicely. The texturing on the skin, the cracking and peeling there, that actually looks really good. He even has a black wash over top of his bandana, making it look really dirty. And yeah, this is a really cool head sculpt. I wonder if this was inspired by that animatronic turtle suit that went up. I think it was for auction or maybe in a museum, because it looked like this, from where the suit had just decayed over time. But yeah, I wonder if NECA was inspired by that, because that is kind of what this looks like. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the main head sculpt. While the other head sculpt is creepy, I do prefer this one. I think it looks really good with the one eye closed right there and one open. His skin looks really dry. It's got some really good texturing to it. It still has that black wash over top of the skin and the bandana. And yeah, I just really like this head sculpt. My only complaint is this head sculpt has gotten a little loose. I only switched it out a couple times prior to this video, but yeah, it feels really loose and wobbly now that I've started switching it out. His wrappings are sculpted very nicely. They look phenomenal. They also have a black wash over top of them that brings out the details very nicely. You can see a glimpse of his shell underneath the wrapping right there. You can see the belt right there with the beetle on it, or maybe it's a scarab. You can see the Eye of Horus on the pouches right there. And on the back of the shell, you get another one of those. The turtle, the foot logo, some cracking right here. Is that another Ankh? Yeah, that's an Ankh. I thought it was just a crack. All the sculpt details on the shell have some paint to them. These almost look like a bluish color, but the rest are done in orange, and the shell also has a wash over top of it, bringing those details out very nicely. I forgot to mention the shurikens and stuff that are down here on the bottom half of his shell. That looks very nice. Here you get the elbow pads, nice black wash over top of them. Some good sculpt detail to his skin with the warts and everything, but this doesn't have as much of a black wash as his head does. I wish this would have had just a little more, but it looks really nice. You get black wash over top of his knee pads, a piece of the wrapping right here over top of the right knee pad. And then there are his feet. His toenails are painted in a yellowish color, and he has more of the wrapping. So this figure looks great. This is probably my favorite figure. I just really love the Mummy, and I think Michelangelo's Mummy is just a really, really rad design. I think NECA really killed it with this figure. So now, let's go ahead and go over the articulation. So first up, Michelangelo has a swivel right here at the back of his bandana. You can swivel this all the way around. It is just a little tight, but you can swivel it. He has a ball-jointed head and neck that can look up all the way. He can just about look down all the way. He can move his head side to side, but as I said, this has gotten very loose. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can move all the way out. He has double-jointed elbows that can only bend in that far because of the elbow pads right here, but it does move side to side up here and down here in the forearm. He has swiveled wrists that can move side to side and up and down. I don't think Michelangelo has any articulation up in here at all. I think it's just down here. He has ball-jointed hips that can do a complete split. He can kick forward that far. He can kick back all the way. He has a swivel to thigh, double jointed knee that can only bend in that far. The pads here do hinder that a little bit. Swivel the ankle that can move down all the way, up all the way, and a nice ankle rocker. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here he is next to the Boris Karloff mummy figure. Here he is next to Raphael as Frankenstein. And here he is next to Leonardo as the Hunchback figure. I have the April as the Bride of Frankenstein, so I will be reviewing her shortly. So you'll see some size comparisons for that soon. So overall, I would highly recommend this. This is another really, really awesome figure. A very nice combination of the Universal Monsters and Michelangelo designs. I don't know, these designs just work really well together, and I really like what NECA's done with the line. So yeah, I would highly recommend this figure because just like every other figure in this line, it is amazing. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.